All right, how's everyone doing? Thanks for checking out my channel. So what I'm going to talk about today is people that overly pitch themselves or where they work or their business or just whatever the hell they're selling, I guess, or their lifestyle or whatever the hell it is. It's just somebody who never stops with that shit. And I get it. A lot of times we have things that we want to, sell or market or get additional exposure on. But I think where a lot of people fall short when networking is before building friendships, they immediately go into a pitch. It could be an email, it could be a text, a phone call, a Zoom call. I also think this happens in relationships. If you know anything about me, I try to help men build confidence, even if they've been through a bad breakup or divorce, or find the woman of their dreams. And they become overly pitchy when with a woman. I think a lot of dates fall into two categories. I call it the interrogation, where you kind of sit there and you're questioning each other. You're not necessarily there to have fun. Or the other one is it's pitch mode. It's kind of like you're constantly kind of telling somebody who you're with, how all the things you do, maybe the money you make, or the lifestyle you lead, or whatever the hell it is. And I also get hit up a lot as well, say on LinkedIn, with so many people, even on social media, maybe because I have a YouTube channel and a podcast and things in that nature, and I've made films where no matter what, they're always kind of pitching me. And listen, I love listening to people like anyone else, but I think people have to realize a lot of times when things get too long-winded, they have to become self-aware. Pay attention. Are the people turning their eyes? Are they not looking? Are they not that interested? It's really, I got on a podcast not long ago, or the last few podcasts, a Zoom call with a couple people. The last few, they talked literally for 30 to 40 minutes straight. Like, I don't even know this person. If you think about it, can you imagine a stranger walking up to me and starting to talk to me anywhere? Of course, I don't have no problem talking to a stranger for a couple minutes. But if I'm in a coffee house, or if I'm eating somewhere, or even if I'm at the gym, kind of the time limit there. But for some reason, a lot of people think when it's work related too, or you're trying to meet somebody in a relationship, you need to get super long-winded. And I think I fell in that category sometimes, especially in the film industry, where like you're so overly excited, you're pitching your screenplay or you're pitching your films, where you go on and on and on. And I think I even have to cut back when I'm doing a lot of other people's podcasts. But they kind of ask me these questions that can't be answered sometimes in 1 or 2 minutes, and I try to shorten them. And a lot of times they're like, can you go further into that? So I kind of get caught in that. But I just want to do a quick video on this. Listen, don't over pitch. I'm just telling you, instead of making people more interested in you, they're kind of losing interest in you. They're exhausted. You're making them fatigue. I call it audio assault after a while. I know that sounds weird. Of course, you're not getting assaulted, but sometimes I do calls or I meet people or do meetings, and I feel like when I'm done with them, I never want to listen to them again. I've even had that happen in a lot of times dinners, when you go to conventions and stuff, and then the whole group goes out to dinner, and then you kind of get stuck with a certain amount of group of people. And they may have gotten sick of me too, I'm just saying. But you get stuck at a table with a certain amount of people, and you're there long, right? So say they do a huge dinner and dessert and maybe even a show afterwards or entertainment or something, and you're sitting with these people that you don't know for long periods of time. And it's a constant pitch. And, again, pay attention. Learn to listen, but also get control of your tone and how much you're talking, especially, and I will wrap it up officially on this, because, if you're sending texts out to people, if they're huge, people aren't going to, I'm just telling you, they're not going to keep reading your texts. Emails, if they're super long, I sometimes send out a longer email, but I don't send out many, I tell people. So I'm not the guy who's going to be hitting you up every day with an email, right? Or on a message on LinkedIn or wherever, Facebook or whatever. I will make my emails longer, but you're going to see one a month. And if you don't like that, too bad, you're not going to see any. So that's kind of how I work, because I don't need the aggravation of you emailing me this day, and then the next day you email me and I got to return it. I don't play that shit. I blast you with what I want to blast you with. You want to get on the phone and talk about it, call it a day. All right? So Pay attention to these things, man. You may be just, especially guys out there, if you're having problems with women, or women, if you're having problems with men, a lot of us kind of get programmed at work because we're always talking. I think it could be on the phone or at work and meetings, and then you're on a date and you're doing the same shit to somebody you don't even know that isn't even that interested necessarily in what you do yet or who you are, but you're pitching almost what you do as a job or a profession, and he leaves there going, I know nothing about her. All I know about is her career, where she went to school, who she previously dated, and all this other shit. But pay attention to these things, man, and make sure your pitch is good if you do got one. That I will say, a lot of people have horrible pitches, and they go on for like 45 minutes when it could have been 5 minutes. It's kind of like a film a lot of times. I used to say I watch films a lot, and I'm like, that could have been a short film. You know what I mean? Like, that film did not need to be 2.5 hours. That could have been an hour and a half, or it could have been 30 minutes. But you just get too long-winded, kind of like what I'm doing right now on this video. So I'm going to wrap it up there. If you got any questions or comments, hit me up. I'm at richcelenza.com. All right? Take care, and I wish you nothing but the best.